We're hot.
What's going on, you guys? Todd here with our listing coordinator, Kelsey from DJ&Lindsey Real Estate. We are currently sitting in the, we'll call it dining room, but in the kitchen of one of our sellers. And we're actually not at the property that is selling right now. So we are currently using a platform called Doorsey, and we're in the final 30 minutes of the live bidding. So let me just get in a bit of what Doorsey is. So it's unique in the sense that it's 100% transparent for buyers to purchase a property. You can see the exact bidding amount and all the different types of funding that are accepted for the deal. So if you are a buyer and you are interested in purchasing a property and you have, let's say, a VA loan, you can see right away if a property is available for purchase with a VA loan if they're accepting it, which is kind of unique in the sense that normally offers kind of come in and they're vetted by a listing agent or whatever it is, and then kind of gone over. So this is different where it's happening in real time and everyone can view it. So as our listing coordinator, how kind of different is this and how much stress relief is it on a listing agent, so to speak? So obviously you see all offers that come in too.
Yeah.
But knowing that everyone's kind of like collecting offers over a certain period of time, how much easier is this platform that it's happening between basically 5 hours, 12 and 5?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because everything is going to be on the Doorsey site. So all the terms are listed out there for everyone to see. It's completely transparent. And one of the benefits we were discussing a few days ago was that it has a set day and time of when offers are going to be reviewed. So if people have, want to go show it in a week and a half or have out of town buyers that aren't here until later, they have the opportunity to schedule that. And then they'll know that nothing is going to be accepted before then. So it's really neat.
Right. That is kind of cool because you think about it, you're showing a property and you don't actually know, how many offers are on this property.
Right.
You can confidently know.
See it all there.
None. There's no offers yet because it's not happening yet. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of unique too. We obviously crunched it to a 5-hour window because we wanted to make sure that we had everyone's attention at a certain time. And even still, it doesn't really get exciting until like the last 30 minutes, because of course, just like any sort of other live bidding scenario, eBay, StockX, anything where you place a bid, you don't want to just like throw out an absurd number and then find out that you beat everybody by 100,000.
Right.
I think that's kind of like, a cool feature of it. Right now, right now we've been live now for, basically 4.5 hours. We have 21 minutes left and our current stats are 6 bids. Why am I only seeing 3?
It's not loading.
Oh, 6. Oh, it's refreshing.
Refresh.
So right now there are 6 bids with 20 minutes left and we are at 593.5. So we started off the bidding at 590. There is a reserve, which is also really cool from a selling standpoint, is that there's a reserve that you hit that everyone, when they bid on this property, opt into, is the fact that if the reserve isn't met, that the property, just like listing traditionally, you don't have to accept an offer. It's kind of the same way. When the reserve isn't met, you don't actually have to accept any of these bids.
All right, so I'm going to give us a quick thing. It looks like we have a Mr. Erickson and a keeping my hand up. Now we're starting to go back to back.
Yep.
Posting some quicker bids back to back on this one now.
All right, so it's really starting to kick off now, which is why we obviously left our live stream. If you've ever tuned in with us before, we live streamed from the NFL draft. We live stream the podcast every single week. But this is pretty exciting that we are going to actively see these bids roll in. And in just a moment, we're going to have the actual seller jump on camera, her and her husband. Currently, he's away on business. She's here with us right now. So we'll talk with her in a minute, and then we'll also talk with Lindsey of DJ&Lindsey Real Estate to kind of get her perspective as a listing agent, as someone who has never seen anything like this before in the industry, how this is so much different and so cool. So that's pretty interesting now so we've been sitting here, we were watching them kind of like trickle in, like few and far between, and now they actually are starting to go back to back to back. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So basically the cool part about this 100% transparency is, so anytime you normally are purchasing a property, you agree on a price, you accept an offer, then it kind of goes into maybe an appraisal contingency or an inspection contingency, where here we don't kind of have that situation because the inspection is provided up front. There's a 3D Matterport provided, so everybody can kind of like have a dollhouse view and floor plan of the property.
Yeah.
And there's none of that. So like, if it's not a property for you, you just don't bid on it, versus kind of getting emotionally involved. This is the house we really wanted. Oh, I pictured my kids playing in this yard, whatever it is. And then finding out, okay, what are we going to compromise here in a back and forth negotiation? Here, everything is done up front, right? All the due diligence is done up front. And there's really no need for an appraisal contingency because the types of financing are set up front properly, so that you already know, okay, is this going to be a headache or not? To where if it's cash, right, there's really no appraisal situation. If it's FHA, right, you might run into something like that. VA might run into something like that. But here you kind of just set the guidelines of the types of financing that you're going to be accepting, and then you roll with it. So there's really no hidden anything, really. I think that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
So far, dealing with this company, we've had like a pretty good experience so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been super easy. I mean, you've kind of spearheaded the communication back and forth on information, docs, etc. Also, I think another thing to note is that this property is also listed traditionally in all the MLSs.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of just the offer platform.
Yeah.
Which is unique. So it's not like it's only listed in this one new platform, new emerging platform you've never really heard of yet. It's more so, it's just, this is how we're going to be vetting offers.
Right.
So do you kind of see it? Do you kind of see real estate going this way? Do you think we had our, I don't even know what you want to call it. We kind of had our sort of skepticism to it. We're like, okay, where are some of the holes? How can we make this better too? But so far, like, we really haven't had any holes. Like, they've been like pretty great. You capture, we had JoJo capture, 3D home and do photos, submit to them. Obviously we have top-notch photos, but normally they, supply the photographer. They handle all that to make sure it's up to par. We just happen to have, A1 talent on our squad, go figure. But when we send over to, the Matterport, they go in there, they label everything. They can see, obviously the entire floor plan, but even appliances. I mean, they label like, branded appliances and stuff. They were like super, super thorough.
Yeah. The Doorsey team was awesome. It's basically you just giving them all the information up front, and then they create the landing page and we go from there. And if people are interested in offers, they're super great about reaching out to even buyer's agents for any questions. So it's cool. They have like a little form at the bottom of the page that people can go in and type questions and people will answer. So.
Yeah, that is super cool. There is a full FAQ discussion comments form at the bottom of the website. I don't know if Matt, you want to throw to that and just jump to the bottom of the screen and just kind of showcase that there are questions, right? Like you could pose a question, hey, when is this auction going live? And though obviously that's explicitly clear at the top of the page. Hey, when is this going live? Are you guys accepting paper offers? This, that, and the other. There will be a response. I mean, it's basically a communication thread, which is
it's neat.
a lot. It's a lot of times is kind of a headache when it comes to being a listing agent. I definitely think it's a great tool. I think other thing to note too is that Doorsey loves agents, so it's not a workaround from agents. You have to have an agent. You have to be represented to bid. So you can bid on behalf of yourself, or an agent can bid on behalf of you. And when I say you can bid on behalf of yourself, you're still represented by an agent. So, let's say, Kelsey, you're my agent, unless you're my agent and I'm sitting there bidding, I'm still being represented by you.
Yes.
So even though I know exactly, okay, I'm going to go this high, I'm going to go this high, you're still being represented by an agent. You can't just sign up and just, handle your own stuff. So classic Joe. No. Let it ride. Let it ride. So anyway, we're still down to the wire. We're chipping at 13 minutes. I think when Doorsey came about and they were telling us about some of the auctions that they had, some of the bidding that they had was it went down to almost 16 or 17, maybe even 20 minutes after the bidding had closed. So a thing to note is they have this kind of anti-sniping tool where if there's a bid placed, it will reset to 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, if it's placed within the last like few seconds, I guess.
Right. So, things on eBay, I mean, think of how many times you've maybe bid on something and, it's like bidding closes in 2 minutes and then you throw in, a bid and maybe even it's a fair bid. Maybe it's, we'll call it $200. If you're buying a pair of sneakers, you throw an extra $200 in there. This will reset the clock to 3 minutes. So it's not like you can just swoop in and grab it and beat everybody out. So, in this case, if you're to throw an extra, 10, 15, 20,000 on top of that, or even $1, because technically $1 a higher bid, it will reset the clock to 3 minutes. And I think that that's a pretty cool feature.
Oh, got one more.
Oop, one more rolling in. And they're coming in. Yeah, they're coming in strange numbers. But again, too, just like the thing, and Matt, if you want to cut back to the website, you can see all of the bids listed there. So you can kind of see the bid history as it rolls in. When I made my my username, I did Jeff Bezos. That's my username. But you can pretty much make your user. I think they called it a screen name, and I had like PTSD flashback to AOL and Instant Messenger. But I just did Jeff Bezos, which somebody said it was like, oh, I wonder if people think it's him. I'm like, I'd be shocked if Jeff Bezos purchases property on behalf of himself, nonetheless, on a website in North Florida. So if you're just joining us, this is my famous line. Matt loves this. If you're just joining us, we are live in St. Augustine, Florida. I'm here with Kelsey, our listing coordinator, and we are in the midst of a live bid. Not really an auction because it's not really an auction, but it's live bidding of one of the properties that we're selling. It's a duplex, 7 Atlantic Oaks over beachside in St. Augustine Beach. And it's a great community. Honestly, it's a stone's throw away from the beach. It's like really, it's really great. Perfect really for an investor or somebody just looking to buy on the beach and just turn it into a single family home. I mean, obviously kind of defeats the purpose, but it's your land, your home, when you do whatever you want to it.
Oh, got one more.
Oh, see,
we're at 9 bids.
Nine bids. We're at 596 right now.
We have about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, 10 minutes left. But again, that clock won't really reset until it's down to the wire. So unless we're south of 3 minutes, it won't reset to 3 minutes. So we're moving pretty good.
It's fun too, because as I'm watching, we had kind of a little bidding war going between some regular names, but we now have 2 random names that just popped in to enter the party.
We've got Chase.
I have keeping my hand up. Carrie Copes has been in it for a while now. So Carrie, this you definitely have heavy interest in the property. I love that for you, whether it's for you or for your buyers. But Carrie is really kicking. Frankie, whenever you get a second, we'd love to talk to you over here. Perfect. No, you can swap out with Kelsey. You're out of here.
Get out of here.
Okay, welcome back. Obviously, we had time with you earlier, but let's kind of just fill the public in since the stuff we shot earlier won't be seen immediately, but let's kind of fill the public in on who you are, this property, your slight background history with DJ&Lindsey. So let's talk about when you first purchased this property that you're selling right now.
Yeah. So what camera am I looking into?
This one right here. This one right here.
Myself and my husband have always been all of our real estate journeys. The house we live in now is our second purchase. The investment property was our first in 2016, and we have always been DJ&Lindsey clients. We won't ever buy or sell without them, so that's just kind of where we are right now. But we are St. Augustine, Florida residents. I'm a small business owner, and my husband is in the United States military. But so yeah, that's just kind of where we are and what brought us here and all that good stuff.
Awesome. So this property was purchased originally in 2016.
2016.
Okay, 2016. It's a duplex, and you bought it as as your very first investment, or you're like, hey, maybe we'll live in one side, renovate the other, rent it out? What was the immediate
That was
dynamic?
initially the thought.
Okay.
And then when we, like the description says, kind of poured our heart and soul into it. When we bought it, the duplex was completely original.
Mhm.
It was dark brown. It was
It was tough.
it was not
It was
the,
tough.
it was not what it is right now. So we decided that since we had 2 small kids, that
Mhm.
renovation with them living in it just would
would
not
not
be ideal. So we just kind of switched gears and then ended up just becoming landlords to both sides versus just one.
Gotcha.
So I want to also just let you know we've just cussed the $600,000 mark.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
Pretty,
All right.
and,
We're
Hey.
climbing.
welcome to the party, Damon Lee and Trent. Good luck. Yeah.
Love that. All right. So yes, you're a small business owner locally in St. Augustine, which we absolutely love. We were doing a couple segments pre-COVID where we love to partner with these small businesses, kind of showcase what they did
Mhm.
and how they grew their community. So why don't you go into a little bit about what your small business is?
Yeah, so I own a wedding planning and design firm in St. Augustine, and I travel anywhere. I've gone to Atlanta. I'm going down to Longboat Key later on in 2023.
Yeah.
But I do about 42 weddings a year, and I have a freelance team of 6 really wonderful ladies that work with me. And we just really focus on budgeting, finance, and then also the design aspect and making your wedding an experience that's made specifically for you. So
Yeah, I mean, weddings are a day that people kind of pour their finances into. It's pretty
Yeah.
ironic that you are a very
No
finance
pun
driven.
intended.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, you are a very finance driven person.
yes,
So this is kind of interesting that you are now brought into this where we're like, okay, how can we sell our property for more at the
Right.
best possible price, but still, not have it be kind of like, okay, it's always great. Like everybody wants that, unicorn bid on their house. Oh,
Right.
I'll pay you $1 million.
Right.
And then just like you said, it kind of gets to this emotional point where now it's a back and forth negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cash over appraisal didn't work out. Now they want us to come down in the price,
right.
all this stuff where it's kind of happening in real time. I think that's pretty exciting. So at some point your husband's going to be joining us via Zoom,
Yep, he's got the link.
webcam,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
602.
602. Yeah, let's get a live look at the bids right now. Let's get a quick shout out
Love it.
of what's going on there. I actually should pull it up on my end so I can see it. Here we go.
6025.
6025. Here we go.
Miss Cooper loves you guys. Keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this.
Anybody see little guy? Is he in the living room?
He kicked over in your room over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelsey's on duty out back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, like we've never seen anything like this. As you saw, we just kind of spoke with Kelsey before, who handles all of our listings.
Right.
This is kind of like a great way. And we've kind of, we know we call it like a bid or, they don't like to call it an auction, but it's a great offer tool. Like it's just a great way to just sort through the offers because you've kind of already outlined that all of these people have met your financing needs.
Right.
And now it's a matter of like, okay, who's going to kind of come up with the best price?
Right.
I mean, is this exciting? Is this nerve wracking for you?
Yes. Both.
Both. Both.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
One perk of this is that I'm a mom and the 2 kids are here.
Yeah.
So let me see what he needs.
Knock it out.
I will be back.
So right now we're at 602,500. 602,500 with 4.5 minutes left. And again, we kind of have that anti-sniping feature, which we won't really see come into play until we're south of 3 minutes to go on closing. So we do still have the reserve. Which we won't disclose live on air, but which is a great tool because again, you have all these offers and you don't really have to accept one if it's on the traditional market, which is kind of similar to, what we have here with the reserve is, everybody who who bids on the property through this platform.
605.
605. We're climbing to the moon. So let's talk about when you guys purchased this back in 2016. So normally we discussed this earlier. Normally when you see kind of appreciation like this on real estate, it's over, sometimes it's a 20-year period, but this is, an area that my brother and I say it all the time. It's it's a best kept secret that's 500 years old.
Right.
I mean, St. Augustine, people don't really realize how beautiful it is. I know that a lot of schools travel here. But what did you guys kind of get on the ground floor? What did you guys get into on this purchase price wise?
607.
Like, what did we purchase?
What did you purchase
for?
this for? Yeah. Is it like it wasn't where it is at now.
It wasn't.
Right. But I think
I
don't think it's anything to kind of shake at, because again, we're in like the greatest appreciation, 608, greatest appreciation of real estate in this area, because it's affordable to live here. It's beautiful. We don't get snow. 610.
I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out, man.
It's affordable to live, but you don't really have to worry about, can I get to work if the roads aren't plowed?
Right. Yeah. No snow.
No snow.
No snow.
Which is great for, it being an investment property, is the fact that when something goes wrong, that falls back on you. So if there's snow, there's any of those things that you have to take care of. That's just another service you have to think about providing.
Right.
Which a lot of people don't think about. And I think that's why it's also desirable to buy investment property in Florida.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when we purchased it, we planned on keeping it forever. Like, that was always the goal. And then, like we talked about earlier, 2020 like sped up how fast everybody found out about Florida.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have happened that way, so here we are.
Here we are. All right. We're coming in on the 2-minute mark. We're at 6:11 right now. And Matt, let's jump to a live look at the Doorsey. 6:15. Let's jump to a live look at the bids as they come in, and see, as you guys can see, that counter just jumped back up to 3 minutes as that bid came in. So, now that we are south of 3 minutes, it will always jump every time there is a thing. So, Damon Lee, I'd stay by your computer, because it's now up to 620, because keeping my hand up is really making a play. And Carrie Copes, I think we have a real bidding war happening here, which is great, is because you guys get the opportunity to outbid each other without just throwing.
Right, you're not throwing your money into like this pile that is invisible, and also without an inspection being done.
Right,
like they know they know exactly what I know.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, I think is super great. I don't think that the real estate market has to be what it's made out to be, which I think is really awesome, that Doorsey gives, agents a chance to provide their, buyers and sellers with an option that's completely transparent. And if you have an opportunity that you want to throw your money at, you can honestly throw it at it with a solid conscience that it's not going to backfire.
Right. 620, 500. So Carrie just throwing her name in the ring. Carrie wants it. But again, this is like a great tool, because, now Damon Lee, keep my hand up, can all kind of compete and kind of see where everybody else is at when it comes to, acquiring this property, purchasing this property. I think it's a huge thing. Again, we are just creeping south almost to the 2-minute mark as these closing bids come in, but every time a bid happens, that clock will reset to 3 minutes. So we're just going to keep riding that 3 minutes. So it is now 5:00. The bidding technically would have closed, but as somebody submits a bid, it will keep resetting that timer to 3 minutes. So we're at 620, 500. Keep my hand up. Damon Lee, where are you at? I guess they're trying to make it, there's a little bit of theater in this as we just watch the counter tick down. Just go further and further. I wonder if, do you know if Clayton's watching? Watching this bid as it happens. Yeah. Ooh, we're getting close. 90 seconds. Ooh. Wow. This is wild.
It is wild.
Well,
it's nerve-wracking.
Let's go to the screen.
Oh, it started again.
Damon Lee, 625, and we're back up to 3 minutes. I love that. Yes, Damon. Carrie's coming. You think Carrie's coming in? You think Carrie's
Voting for Carrie.
JoJo thinks?
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
I'm going, keeping my hands up.
Keep my hands up. Back in it at 627.5. I love this. This is this more exciting than the Kentucky Derby?
I was about to say, this feels like the Kentucky Derby real estate style, but it's my life.
Yeah, right. Well, so now you have a horse in the race at this point. You are the race. So, but yeah.
What was the horse that won it? What was his name? Was it Rich something? Rich
Strike.
Yeah.
Rich Strike. But who was the favorite that everybody was watching and nobody saw this? I mean, that horse was deep.
Yeah.
That guy was that was deep in the herd. I think it was like third from the back.
Another one.
Oh, Carrie's back on at 6:30. Yes, Carrie.
Now, did you hear the story behind that horse?
No.
He made Kentucky Derby history by the first ever invitee that won after the 20 horse scratched. So rarely ever do a 21 wearing horse bid wins the race.
Oh.
Within I don't know what the time frame is, so don't quote me, but within a week, being like, hey, guess what? Horse scratch. You're running the Kentucky.
Todd, he's coming for your balloons.
Oh, he's got the balloons here.
Tied?
You want these balloons? Here, all on time for you.
Say, can I have them, please, Mr. Todd?
And we were at 6:30.
Oh, you gonna talk?
Very sad.
Say thank you.
My balloons.
Can you have that back? Good job. Look at that. Oh, do I get to have one? Thank you.
Yes,
so much.
love that.
Hey.
We're at 6:30 right now. Yes, Carrie.
Say hi to Ashley.
Ashley, what's going on? How are you? Ashley also on watching the live bid as it happens. We're currently sitting at 6:30 with just south of 2 minutes on the clock. It's 5:03, so technically the bidding window that we set has closed. Now we're at 6:35. The bidding window has closed, but now with that anti-sniping of 3 minutes every single time.
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right? Like, you know, who was it at 4:59? At 4:59, Carrie would have swooped in at 6:20, 6:2500. Would have gotten a sweet deal, but now we're at Carrie back in it 6:35, 500. Love this. Carrie's loving that 500. Carrie's loving. I mean, she's playing it smart.
Yeah,
I love
she
that.
is.
I mean, she's literally using the platform and the tool to her advantage.
I love that Jameson crashed the video.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, because he's the reason that the house is even going up for sale. Realizing that with the renovations and all of that, like the goal was to keep it in the family to give to him and his brother, but it's taken so much time away from them being little. It just wasn't. What was the compromise worth?
Right.
So,
yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
he's continuing to make it about him, which is very Jameson.
This is fine. I mean, his TV's off now, poor guy. But we are so we're back. Clock reset. We're at 6:39. Chase is coming in. I love that. We haven't seen him now for a few bids actually.
He was waiting.
Yeah, Chase came in at 6:10. I guess he's really just, you know, and again, a lot of these. All of these bids have to have representation for Clayton's on. All right, cool. Let's cut to Clayton. Clayton, I can't see you, but I can hear you. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm excellent. I'm sitting here with your lovely wife. We've shared the day together. We've totally infiltrated your home. So thank you for welcoming us into your humble abode.
No problem.
So you're just jumping on. So right now, I don't know if you've been watching the live bidding, but we are at 2.5 minutes in this kind of anti-sniping thing, and we're at 640. How's that number? I know that you are pretty dead set on a number.
My numbers guy over there.
Yeah, numbers guy. How are we looking at 640?
Not quite high enough.
I love it. Well, we're at 640, 500 now, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So we've heard all about, you know, you guys purchasing this property, DJ and Lindsey, do you think that purchasing another property like this is in the cards, or what's your plan? What's your plan for anything, like that?
Probably not for a little while. I do see it being in the future. Me and Frankie have talked about it multiple times. Just with the way life is right now, it's probably not going to be anytime soon.
Right. Well, maybe we'll put a second story on this house right here. maybe we'll
get a pool or something.
Okay.
Cool.
I could get down on a pool. We got to order it a month ago and it'll be here.
We ordered one 3 months ago.
Yes.
Manifestation. We're doing this.
That's awesome. So I mean, how are you feeling over there right now, Clayton? Are you kind of shaking your boots? Are you excited? Are you nervous? How you feeling?
I'm just here, living life.
I'm just here. I love that.
Mr. Stoic.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, we're at 5. If you're just joining us live, we're at 5:07 p.m. We're in St. Augustine while we watch the live bids come in to a duplex that we have for sale, 7 Atlantic Oaks. We've had it listed for 2 weeks now, and now the official 5-hour window of these bids. This is the time where you can actually submit an offer. So, do you guys is this cool as sellers to see now you are not only seeing every single offer, but you're kind of like almost playing agent to where you're like sifting through like the offers as they come in?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just cool to like be included and have I'm an experienced person. And I guess that's why I'm in like the creative niche that I am and why it's so important for me to create experiences for other people. Cause it's neat. Like life is hard and it's super boring most of the time. So like stuff like this is like really great. I think it's awesome. It's just a nice dynamic.
Yeah. All right. We're south of 1 minute. We're at 40 seconds. Clayton, you hanging on over there?
Yeah, I'm hanging in.
Yeah. All right. 30 seconds. My hands are sweaty. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sweaty over here. Damon Lee on 6:45. Here we go. We're getting there. And again, we have that reserve. So just like the traditional real estate market to where you can just decide to not accept an offer if the bidding hasn't hit that reserve. Yeah. Everyone also, when they sign up to Doorsey, agrees that they and understand that they also won't be receiving the property at their bid. Right. As for it didn't hit the reserve. It doesn't disclose the reserve, I don't think, directly up front, which is interesting that these people aren't aware of that. Kind of, I didn't fully understand that until we kind of got into the platform, that they weren't told, or any bidders not told, like, hey, like this is kind of like the bottom floor for this. Because
that would kind of be the traditional market setting.
Correct.
So then there would be no bidding process. Somebody would just go straight there.
Exactly.
Right.
And yeah.
But one thing that's great about the reserve from a seller standpoint is that that's the reserve that we made to make sure that we're protected. But if somebody comes in slightly under, it gives us a decision to be able to change our minds.
Right.
6:45.
6:45. We're still kicking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you see him on there?
He just jumped off. I hear him still. But,
I'm still here.
Video feed cut out there.
Yeah, Clayton, we're here with your wife. Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. We've also met your children. Your children are excellent. Love those guys.
They're wild. Jameson's on one today.
We got balloons in the house.
Todd gave him balloons and took them back, so that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's all right. They're his balloons. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got one.
You got gifted one as well.
I got gifted one.
6:50 now.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Can you see him there, or is he just audio?
He's just audio right now.
You can tell I haven't seen his face in a while. I'm like, can you see him?
Yeah. Well, hey, and if he does, let us know
like
if he does pop on there.
No, it's okay.
We're at 6:55 now. Keep my hand up, jumping in the race. I love this. You are fine. You're doing fine.
I'm not freaking out.
I'm not freaking out.
Yeah, 6:55.
Shut up, Brennan.
Yeah. Somebody gets the reference. I love it. Yeah.
Another claw going? Is that what
No, I can't.
Full up on claws.
There's Fireball in the freezer if you need to just jump over.
Yeah. Wow, this is pretty wild. I mean, so yeah, we sat here obviously. So bidding had opened up at 12 p.m. And it was a few minutes until first bid came in. And again, the cool thing is you can scroll all the way to the bottom
and
see where the bid started, which is great. But we started at 590 at actually, if you look, it's 660. We're getting there. So we came in, first bid didn't come in for an hour. We came in at 590, which again is the point is, they call it a marketing price when you're pricing a property, just to get people to know this property is available. And we also want to give everybody a fair shot at placing a bid. Like I said, there he is.
There he is on the window.
There he is.
What is it, Bubba? I'll push you on the swing in a little bit. I'm kind of busy right now. When I'm done, I promise, okay? Motherhood stops for no one.
No one.
No one.
Do you want to go push on the swing?
Not really. Not right now. After.
Not right now.
After, sure.
Something's going on.
But Ma,
Yeah. Come on, Ma. I am going to turn the AC down, though, because I'm sweating.
Go for it. Matt, let's cut back to Doorsey real quick, and let's get a live look at the bid sheet. So you can see here, all the bids are listed publicly, which is also super exciting because you can kind of see where we started, where we came from, but also you can see that you're not just going to severely overpay for a property, but you're going to pay what other people also think is the value of the property.
Right. It's not just going in crazy blind, like, oh, my wife has to have this, so just go high. And then it's not even anywhere close to what anybody else is going to buy it for.
Right. Like somebody could have easily, because the property is, worth more than where we're at now, but somebody, you're right, could have come in, just bid the reserve and said, hey, this is where I'm at. Nobody else there. Cool.
Right.
That's not the purpose of, that's not the point, is to just show, how in demand and the right price of the property itself.
And for me, I'm a huge believer in karma and putting, karma in the karma piggy bank. And so it's just like, as a landlord, to not have a strung out month, 60 days of showings that tenants have to go through.
Right.
Because it already makes their lives miserable to begin with. So, and it's already hard that that the house that you live in is selling. So it's like this whole concept makes it as easy as possible on them.
Yeah. So we do 2 weeks of showings. Again, this is tenant occupied, but 2 weeks of showings, you're right. So you don't just leave it on the market, leave it on the market, leave it on the market. But we're approaching 30 seconds. And our current bids are at 660. Now we're at 660. 661, excuse me. Clayton, you hanging on over there?
I am. I'm here.
Yeah.
If you got to go, babe, I'll call you when we're done.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, this is important. Yeah, exactly. But again, if you're just joining us on live, we are sitting in St. Augustine, Florida, and we are waiting. Oh, we're at 663 now. Yes, Damon. Love this. So if you're just joining us, we're live. We're watching live bids as they come in on a property we have, 7 Atlantic Oak Circle in St. Augustine Beach. I'm sitting here with Frankie. She and her husband own the property. Clayton is live with us, remote. But what we're doing is never been seen here in Florida before. Usually when there's an auction, it's usually a short sale. And that's why I think a lot of people get this connotation of, auction. But it's only an auction in the sense that it's just a way of presenting all of the offers that normally would have been could you imagine? First of all, this is the amount of offers that you get on a property anyway in this market. But, somebody could have submitted at 627.5 and just blindly would have not known if someone was going to come in at 645.
Right.
They were just been like, this is the price. I think it's great. Let's go in on it. And all you would have known is, no, you didn't get it. Right.
Yeah,
but now you can actively participate in.
Now it's a no, because it's based off price and not anything else.
And you have a chance to recover.
Right.
665. We're back up to 3 minutes. Jameson's killing me. I love it.
He's a rock star.
Maybe we'll hey, let's do this. Clayton, can you see us?
I can see you guys.
All right. Jay, why don't you do me a favor and turn that off and turn that camera around and see if you can grab some shots of Clayton. Jameson outside. So that Clayton. Okay. No. Maybe not now.
What is he doing? Oh my God. Hold on.
Motherhood stops for no one. Very well hydrated. Yeah. But we're at 669. We're back up to 3 minutes. We're at 669. We're getting there. Clayton, we're getting there. We're climbing.
I hear it.
There we go.
There we go.
He's done watering the grass.
Yeah. He's living his best life. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny Wednesday here in St. Augustine, Florida. 670, and we're back up.
And Frankie turned 33 today.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Clayton, we celebrated your wife's birthday.
In your house with her all day.
Overtaking your beautiful home. Yes, we did
672.
672. Here it goes. We're going. We're getting there. Yes, Damon.
So shout out, the only Damon Lee realtor I know is the Volano Beach Damon. So if it is you, man, keep up the good work. You got this.
Keep going. You are representing, I guess, buyers or even yourself. But yeah, keep it going. We're at
is there a link where somebody can watch the live?
Yeah, there is can you grab it from YouTube or you could do facebook.com/DJ&Lindsey real estate, or you could do youtube.com/DJ&Lindsey is also our YouTube channel, which we are also live watching that live. Matt, let's cut back over to
I'm gonna go for the quick, we'll call it the kid cam.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pull out a little bit on that one, Jack.
Yeah. Clayton, there's your boy. Controlling the he's just doing a perimeter check. Holding it down for us on Mom's birthday. Making it happen.
The other one is obviously playing Madden.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And we're at we're just coming in on 90 seconds again on that cap. Keep my hand up. Damon Lee. Haven't seen Carrie in a while. Carrie, you got this. You know that the property is worth more than we're at now, but we're gonna get there. Oh man.
Whew.
Oh man.
Can we queue up like a final countdown?
Well, we don't know when that is.
Yeah, well, so right, exactly. We don't know when that is. We could cue it.
We would have done it like 3 times by now. We're like,
I mean, it would be kind of funny, right? Like every single time we like cue it, and then we just stop it, and we're like, okay, yeah, right, exactly.
Like somebody pushed the buzzer too early.
Exactly. All right, still sitting at 672. We're south of 1 minute now. We're climbing. Keep my hand up. Where are you at? Keep my hand up. Let's get that horse in. Come on now. Come on now. Wow, you're right. It's so nerve-wracking because you don't know too. Like at any point, right? We're south of 30 seconds. At any point, it could jump back to 3 minutes. I mean, it's exciting, but it's also
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Right. Yeah, but except they keep moving the date. 9, 8. Oh, here we go. I think this is the closest.
oh my God!
Keeping my hand up. A lot of theater. I hope that whoever keeping my hand up is watching the live and is just watching us sitting here.
Busting out laughing.
Yeah, watching. Yeah, watching us shake.
I love it.
Yeah. Let's cut back to the All right, and we're back 676. Damon Lee, I love it. Sort of. We have the wireless HDMI, but it's a lot to handle.
It's no biggie.
Yeah. Just roaming kid cam.
Yeah. Should have put a GoPro on him.
Yeah.
And just, like, run around.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, when he comes back into frame, we can always grab him.
If he's not watering the grass.
Yeah, right. I mean, he could be,
You never know. Running up the slide, down
exactly.
the slide.
Yeah, exactly. But we're at 220. This is wild. So we did a live stream for the NFL draft, And what we did was every single draft pick, we kept finding these people homes in their respective cities that we were going to.
That's funny.
So we were just looking at like $1 million, just
Right.
beautiful homes, based on like no previous knowledge of like what they like, who they do. We're just like looking at beautiful homes in the area. So it was pretty exciting. I mean, at least for us, we had one of our agents on as a huge football guy, and the Jags had the first pick. So it was like fairly anticlimactic because like literally after the first, no joke, 3.5 minutes, we're like, all right.
All right. Well, that was that.
Now it's everywhere else.
Yes. In a little bit, Bubba. I will. Okay. I know it's the worst. Having to wait.
You keep telling me, Mom. Keep telling
I
me.
know.
Yeah. Oh, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. We're back up 3 minutes. Keep my hand up. Keep my hand up is watching because they saw us. We were trailing off, and they're like, I got to get their attention. I got to get their attention back. This is too funny. 679. Damon Lee countered back super quick.
Wasting no time.
Yeah. Always making sure he's on top.
Hey, babe, Lindsay wants to know if you're proud of us yet.
We're getting there.
Nice. We're getting there. I'll be proud soon enough. That's too funny. Yeah, Damon wasting no time, getting right back on. I mean, so you can see again at the track record, you can see 521 and 521 back to back, wasted no time. At least, keeping my hand up, which also again, so as you could infer that they make their own screen name.
Right.
So again, I signed mine with Jeff Bezos. I wasn't bidding on this property, but again, the cool part about Doorsey is that the people who are bidding have already gone through a pre-approval letter, submitted that proof of funds, whatever it was.
Right.
So that very well, like I couldn't just sign on, throw a price in there, outbid everybody to drive the price up because I would have had to have the documents to back it up.
Right.
Which is also super cool, especially giving you kind of peace of mind.
Scott Dustin, I'm keeping my hand up for 100.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
making a game out of this.
All right.
now.
So are we doing side
All right.
bets?
So side bets. Is that what we're doing?
Side bets.
So this is officially the Kentucky Derby then.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing side bets, which I think is what happened with the credit default swaps when it came down to the mortgage crisis in 2008. Is the credit default swap was basically a bet against the mortgage bond. I could be wrong. I only saw The Big Short like 3 times, so I could be wrong.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I'm pretty sure you are.
Yeah. So nice. My finance guy knows. I was gonna say the finance guy. Yeah.
And here he comes.
And we're at 680.
Keeping my hand up back in the race.
Keep my hand up. We're getting. Clayton was bringing us good luck. I mean, we had it was the
Remember,
actions there.
I used to be an emotional buyer.
Now we're a financial buyer.
He brought me good luck too.
Exactly. All right, so we're currently sitting at 680 right now on 7 Atlantic Oak Circle. In St. Augustine Beach, we're watching as these live bids come in. So far, it seems to be keeping my hand up, and Damon Lee are going toe to toe.
Damon
Carrie,
Lee back at 683.
683,
Oh,
Damon
God.
Lee, my boy, come through. So Carrie Copes, she dropped off a little while ago. Maybe she's going to come back. She's kind of seeing, where everybody's head's at. Obviously, it's going back to back. It's keep my hand up, and Damon Lee are going 1 and 2. It's really, this is pretty cool.
I'm beside myself. What was it? Lindsay showed me this really cool thing for kids to play out back, and it's called a water blob. That's just kind of what I am right now.
Yeah,
Just a water
just
blob.
a water blob. Exactly. 683, Damon Lee. I'm thinking that Damon is going to outbid himself one time. He's just going to go in there. Damon just going to be
Let's just
683.
keep the clock rolling.
Which
This is fun.
I'm actually curious. I'm assuming it would work that way, or will it not? I wonder if it won't let you outbid yourself.
I feel like on their screens, it's going to tell them that they hold the highest.
That makes
slot.
sense.
Their screen can't look like ours. I don't think they probably have an extra.
A different interface. So we're sitting at 49 total bids and 3,300 views of the property. Bidding closed, to give you guys some context, bidding closed. It was from 12 to 5 p.m. So here we are 30 minutes after because of that 3-minute kind of clock reset. So, I mean, this is our first ever one.
I mean, which is so solid for the buyer and the seller.
For sure. Well,
On
not really
both
the seller. It's giving you anxiety.
No, but just
Yeah.
like, I mean, like we could have, just gone with whichever one just put in the highest and it still might not have been this high.
Right. Very true.
Like,
That's
no,
very
there's
true.
no
You-
telling.
And
You
you
haven't-
can see it climb.
It's
So
not unknown. Yeah.
we just hit the 685 threshold. I remember when we were
Did you
excited
see J-Man?
to break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's meditating.
The multiple check-ins.
He's-
The multiple
yeah.
check-ins.
He's meditating in the backyard. But we were celebrating at the $600,000 threshold. I mean, obviously we knew that the property was way
Right.
undervalued for the property, but it was just exciting for us to see as the bids rolled in.
Yeah, because it didn't move for like, we were just
for a while. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even get the first bid technically until
having
an hour
like a
later.
house party. Hanging
We're
out.
at 685.5 now, so 3 minutes back on the clock. Damon Lee, and keeping my hand up, doing a solid job going back and forth.
Slowing down a bit though.
It's my dad. Love you,
There
Dad.
we go. Clayton, you get a live look at your boy.
I see him out there.
There he is.
Being a goofball.
Tell him to see if he goes down the slide.
He's like, nope, because you want me to do it. So, not gonna.
Pondering thought.
He'll just throw the ball at you.
Let's jump back to the bidding deck so you guys can see. 2 minutes, just crossed south of 2 minutes. 685.5 is the current highest bid from Damon Lee. Let's see if keeping my hand up is going to keep this thing going. Obviously, this would be a great deal if someone bought the property, at this price. But I mean, we got super close. What did we get down to on that one counter?
I was like 6 or 3.
It was down. If you are just joining us, when this bidding started, I had a full head of hair. And now we are just reaching 1 minute on that anti-snipe. We're still sitting at 685.5, with Damon Lee still holding that top slot. This is definitely wilder than the Kentucky Derby, I think.
Where's keeping my hand up?
Yeah, where's keeping my hand up? This would be like if the Kentucky Derby, like as it kept getting close, if they just kept moving the finish line, just kept pushing it further and further away. Yeah, keeping my hand up's coming down to the wire. They did this the last time too. They let it get to like 6 seconds. Yeah. I love how we're like, no, I'm not emotional. This is making us emotional. Yeah.
Is nauseous an emotion or is it a feel? Like, is it a like?
Ooh,
is it
686, and we're back. Keeping my hand up. There it is.
or is it just like a body reflex?
Yeah.
All the above.
686. Back up to 3 minutes.
Jameson. Oh my god.
And we're back. 687. Back on the deck is Damon Lee, wasting no time, making sure his buyers get this property. I love this. Again, Doorsey loves agents. So if you're push
In a minute, Bubba. He keeps coming in like every time the 3 minutes should be up, and he's like, "Okay,
yeah.
is it time? Is it time yet?"
Yeah. 687.
Do you know how expensive you are?
60. Love that.
People are like, "Do you want to have more?" I'm like, "Do you have any? Do you know how expensive they are?"
Yeah.
No. Who's here? That is.
I wonder.
I don't know.
Special.
I guess the here.
Yeah. Oh. Let's cut. Oh, we got flowers. Everybody keeps throwing flowers in. 687.5 is keeping my hand up. Love, keep throwing that hat in the ring. I love it. If you are 689. Damon wasting no time.
And back up to those little bit heavier, not $500 bumps yet.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. 687.5. Now we're at 689. I have a feeling that keeping my hand up is going to go all the way. Although
the name kind of gives that one.
Yeah, you'd say that, but at the same time, well, so here's the other thing too, is that we don't know who Keeping My Hand Up is, or I mean, Damon Lee, again, we just kind of like with a quick Google search, we could like find out, but again, you like sort of can anonymously bid. And again, the cool part too is, I mean, we're south of, 3 minutes now, so I wouldn't ask a question on the forum, but the cool part about this is that Doorsey has a comment and question form on the page. So it's kind of like this thread to where you can ask questions about the property, about the process, pretty much anything, and their team will get back to you. We are just south of 2 minutes now, again, with the top bid being $689. Clayton, you still hanging on? $689. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
He's like he'll let us all know how he feels like once it's an actual once it's done.
So we're gonna hit a number.
He's an amazing poker player.
Oh, really?
Note to self.
Just because he's no emotions in there whatsoever.
I love that.
Until it's necessary.
I love that. So he's either going to flip his lid or he's gonna yeah. But and we're at 695. 3 minutes on the clock. We're getting there. So again, now we are. Let's just jump back. A little history lesson here. We started this at 12 o'clock today. Carrie Copes came in at 590 was her initial bid. An hour into the open bidding, and here we are 5.5 hours later, and we are $100,000 more than that first initial offer. It's pretty crazy, and it took us 56 bids to get here. Again, with I'm going to refresh my page and see if it gives
Todd,
me
it's been a pleasure being on this journey with you.
Yeah, right.
And all of you amazing people.
And it's great because I think it was Kelsey or JoJo said it's like watching the ball drop for New Year's, but as if they kept moving the New Year date back every 3 minutes.
Like if the building shrank and the ball had to just keep going. Just kidding.
Just keep going. And they're just like every single time, just like, let's keep raising it up.
Right.
So again, we are Keeping My Hand Up. Love that. Is top bidder at $695. Damon, you're gonna you're coming in. Your buyers want this. You want this place. It's a great duplex, 7 Atlantic Oak Circle in St. Augustine Beach. The island we had discussed earlier. The island is basically bought up. It's out of land. It is bought up. So this is a great opportunity for somebody to get on the island. We're south of 90 seconds. This is honestly like nothing I've really ever experienced before, because usually it comes to an end. Fair. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this where
I wasn't going there. That's not fair. I wasn't doing that to you.
I thought you were saying, because I was like, at some point, right, every 3 minutes something was happening. But yeah, every 3 minutes something was happening. And it was just as heart-wrenching. But this is wild. Damon Lee.
50-second mark.
50-second. We're south of a minute. We are south of 1 minute. Matt, let's jump over to the Doorsey feed. Love that. Oh, man.
I'm invested in this 0%. I am shaking.
Except for my time today. And I can shake.
Hey, girls, let's get the in that box here, on the ground.
Yeah. All right. 15-ish. 15.
Oh, back up. 6.
Wait.
Here we are. That's a great.
Put the box away. Put the box away. Damon Lee, my boy. Yes.
696. my boy's got jokes. Oh, I love it.
He's sitting at home like, look at these.
Well, because he probably knows where his top end is.
Yeah,
he's just sitting there. Let's cut over to the Doorsey feed again. Let's get a live look at
All right, so like we said, Damon Lee with a pretty strong offer.
Do you want it backwards?
Let's cut to a shot when the bidding first started, Matt. Let's just cut to a quick shot of when the bidding first started. You can See, I had a full head of hair in the shot.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull it up. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, just cut back. Exactly. I had a full head of hair when this first started. And I think now, that this has gone the distance. I mean, this is like if a boxing round, they're just like, all right, let's just keep adding rounds. Like, let's just keep
no
going.
one is KO'd yet. We'll just keep
But
going.
we are just now getting south of 90 seconds. Let's jump back to Doorsey and see that bidding deck.
My dad said happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Damon Lee. That's an excellent bid. Honestly, I'm
going to make it a birthday card. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if this is.
Is this real? Am I going to?
Yeah, right.
Is this going to be done in a minute with fake?
Yeah.
This
would be pretty. This would be wild if this is the winning bid. But all right, we are getting close. We are almost at 1 minute again. And let the countdown start again. Oh man. Keep my hand up. Where are you at? Keep my hand up. They go to, I wonder what the incremental bids are at this point. Like, I wonder if they're going to go, okay, got it. I'm going to say $1. I've been funny.
just kickstart it.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it going.
Yeah. Keep my hand up. It's got some theater. They've waited to get down to the wire before. Here we are, 30 seconds. Oh, man. And just like Matt had mentioned, I have zero dog in this fight other than wanting it to sell for the highest possible number, but it is making me shake. Oh, you better hope you have a strong internet connection, keeping my hand up. Three, two, one. Oh, there it is. The winning bid by Damon Lee at 696,969 is Damon Lee and his buyers.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy selling. Clayton, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Where are you at? Are you happy with this? Could you imagine that when we started at 590 that we'd be up here?
Yeah, I was hoping so.
Man, a few words.
I love it. My guy. I love it. Where are you at on your birthday here? How are you feeling?
I have no words, but it's awesome. Super thankful, and it's just crazy.
You know who's particularly happy?
Jameson, because he gets his balloons.
Because he can get his balloons and he get pushed on the swing.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. Frankie, thank you so much for hosting us. We're going to get out of your hair now that we've been here for entirely too long. Yeah. Clayton, it was a pleasure meeting you virtually, of course. I hope you're thrilled with the way that this process went and the final sale. Again, Doorsey and obviously DJ&Lindsey and our squad will follow up to make sure that this is finalized, etc. But this again has been our first ever broadcast with Doorsey. Thank you guys so much for helping us out here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys. Congratulations.